Ladies and gentlemen, in the sprawling and complex conflict currently engulfing the Amhara region, a multifaceted narrative of violence and unrest has unfolded across multiple fronts. This protracted struggle pits the Ethiopian National Defense Force, ENDF, against Amhara forces, and in this extended report, we aim to provide a comprehensive overview of the most recent developments across the region. One of the most significant flashpoints occurred in the North Gojam zone, specifically in the North Mecca district. In this area, a prolonged and ferocious battle erupted, spanning several hours. The catalyst for this confrontation was a brazen assault by Amhara Fano forces on a contingent of Ethiopian army troops en route from Bahir Dar to Dangla. This audacious attack resulted in the loss of several lives within the Ethiopian army's ranks, intensifying the already volatile situation. Furthermore, the conflict has been punctuated by intense clashes in two key districts, namely East and West Dunbaya. Of particular note is the ongoing turmoil in Koladiba town, where the conflict has persisted for a staggering 3 days. During this time, Fano forces executed a daring operation to liberate prisoners from the local police station. Subsequent actions targeted both the administrative and militia officers, underscoring the depth of the confrontation. Adding another layer of complexity to the unfolding drama is the reported entry of 10 Oromo Liberation Army, OLA, members into the city of Gondar, suggesting potential regional spillover and further complicating the already intricate web of allegiances and conflicts. In Adat City, the impact of the conflict on daily life has been profound. Commercial activities have ground to a halt, and public transport services are non-operational. Equally concerning is the closure of vital public institutions, leaving the populace without essential services. Responding to this dire situation, the local population has resorted to strikes as a means of pressing their demands, which primarily revolve around the withdrawal of ENDF troops from the area. Turning our attention to the Woyal region, a critical confrontation erupted between the ENDF and Fano forces. The catalyst for this clash was the alleged movement of ENDF troops from Tora to Debre Marcos, interpreted as a precursor to a potential escalation. In response, Fano forces launched a preemptive strike, leading to intense combat in the Woyal area. However, in the latest updates, we have received reports indicating that the fighting on this particular front has subsided. Notably, the Ethiopian army has initiated an advance from Debre Marcos towards Lumame, a strategic move aimed at bolstering the defense forces stationed in Lumame. Their progress has taken them to a location referred to as Amber, raising questions about the broader strategic implications of this maneuver. In a significant turn of events in the North Shoa Merabeti region, Amhara Fano forces have reportedly achieved a resounding victory. The most recent updates indicate that ENDF soldiers who entered North Shoa Merabeti were met with a fierce and determined resistance from the Fano forces. As of now, Amhara Fano forces are asserting their claim to victory and are boldly advancing, suggesting that the Ethiopian National Defense Force, ENDF, is facing a significant setback on this particular front. According to reports, Fano forces executed a well-coordinated ambush against the Ethiopian army within the Merabeti area. This tactical maneuver appears to have caught the ENDF off guard, resulting in a decisive advantage for the Fano forces. Notably, Amhara Fano forces are making bold claims regarding their gains in this engagement. They assert that they have successfully captured 40 Klashan Kop, a term likely referring to military equipment or vehicles. Additionally, they claim to have seized a substantial number of Ethiopian army vehicles and a trove of heavy war equipment. The significance of these captures cannot be understated, as they potentially weaken the logistical and combat capabilities of the ENDF. Furthermore, The Fano forces allege that they have inflicted significant casualties upon the Ethiopian army during this engagement. Reports suggest that a substantial number of Ethiopian soldiers have been killed or wounded, further amplifying the impact of this victory for the Amhara Fano forces. This development in North Shoa Merabete marks a critical juncture in the ongoing conflict, with Amhara Fano forces demonstrating their resilience and effectiveness in the face of ENDF operations. The capture of military assets and the assertion of victory on this front signal a shift in the balance of power, and it will be of paramount importance to monitor how these developments influence the broader dynamics of the conflict in the Amhara region. Reportedly, in the peaceful town of Maxegnit, nestled within the picturesque Amhara region of Ethiopia, a chilling and horrifying event unfolded, sending shockwaves through the community and far beyond. This incident, like many others in recent times, has once again raised concerns about the actions of Ethiopian military members and their alleged involvement in extrajudicial killings. At the heart of this tragedy is the harrowing story of Yeshambel Getinet, a resident of Maxegnit who found himself at the center of unspeakable brutality. Yeshambel's ordeal was nothing short of a nightmare. He was not only subjected to an extrajudicial killing, but the manner in which he met his end was beyond gruesome and inhumane. Reports from eyewitnesses and survivors recount a horrifying sequence of events that led to Yeshambel's tragic demise. It is said that he was forcibly amputated, a horrific act of violence that alone would have been sufficient to cause immense suffering. However, the perpetrators did not stop there. They went on to commit an even more unthinkable atrocity. Yeshambel's eyes were brutally and mercilessly pulled out, robbing him of his sight and causing unimaginable pain and terror. These acts of extreme cruelty serve as a grim reminder of the brutality that can be inflicted upon innocent individuals, even in the most peaceful and serene of places. Yeshambel's life was extinguished in a manner that defies comprehension, and the community of Maxegnit, as well as people across the nation and the world, are left in shock and mourning. In conclusion, the situation in the Amhara region continues to evolve rapidly, marked by ongoing clashes and a complex web of political and ethnic tensions. These recent developments provide a stark illustration of the multifaceted nature of this conflict, with both the NDF and Amhara Fano forces resorting to extreme measures in pursuit of their objectives. It is imperative that the international community remains engaged and vigilant in monitoring these events.